A week ago-ish, Nintendo blessed us all with an experience and a story that I don't think many of us knew would be such a grand time, and that time is Donkey Kong Bonanza. One of the greatest duos ever out there right now, Donkey Kong and Pauline. You heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. What's going on? It's your boy Andre coming at you with another video of my first impressions on the big man himself, DK, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, the world that I have been enjoying, I will admit, I didn't expect it to be as fun and as jolly as it can be. And from the consensus I'm seeing online, I don't think many people did. I've been hearing some people say Game of the Year, which I will get into in my own opinion if I think it is or isn't. Some people are saying that it's a Game of the Year contender, Game of the Year game, so on and so forth. I will get into that. But yes, I want to give my first impressions on what I think of the game, pros, cons, and just overall how it is. So some context, I will admit, I was never a giant Donkey Kong fan. Have I played Donkey Kong 64? Yes, I did. Did I enjoy it? At the time, there was other games out that I did enjoy playing, like Legend of Zelda or Star Fox. So for Donkey Kong, I wasn't the biggest fan. I actually picked up I think it's Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Switch for my son on his 5th birthday this year, and we were playing that and I enjoyed it. But again, it was nothing that I was ever like a die-hard fan. So when I first heard of Donkey Kong Bonanza, I was like, okay, cool, a 3D, Mario-like game of Donkey Kong. Sick. But what I didn't know is that I would be here today making this and loving the absolute heck out of the game. As I mentioned, I was never a giant fan. So again, when I heard of this game, I was kind of in the middle ground. I was like, cool, looks awesome for people that enjoy it, but I'm okay. And then we all saw the direct, and I was like, maybe I'll just kind of scooch over to this side and be like really excited, because after the direct, being in the middle ground, I was like, oh, okay, I'm actually very excited. This does look very interesting, and it looks like a game that I will enjoy. So I was very optimistic prior to picking the game up, and then when I picked it up, all of that optimism came true because it turned out to be a really great game. Some gameplay features that I love the most, and I think the first one I have to talk about, I adore Pauline. 13-year-old Pauline is one of the cutest little characters I have ever had the pleasure of experiencing and getting to know. Her and Donkey Kong, as I mentioned, is the dynamic duo I never knew I needed in my life. She is his biggest hype man and biggest fan. It's so cute, some of the interactions that they have when you're sleeping, and she's like, hey DK, are you awake? And then she'll just like have a little conversation. Sometimes she's like anxious about something, sometimes she's overthinking about something. It's just, some of their interactions are super cute. And then when you defeat a boss and there's a little cutscene, she'll be dancing along with him, banging her chest and everything. It's just, some of them are so cute. Like, even when you first discover her, there's a scene where people want her to sing and she's like, no, I can't sing, and she's like overthinking it. It's just yeah, it warmed my heart. It was super cute and I love it. The game itself is just super fun. It's very vibrant. The story so far is very enjoyable. I won't go into too much detail, but obviously you are collecting bananas, so there's that, but there's other things that are at play. And again, I won't try and spoil too much. I'll try and make it a very spoiler-free video, so I apologize. But yes, the story so far is very good. It has kept me very captivated, which I didn't know if the story would. And I think that was my fear, is that when I got it, I was like, I don't know if I'm just buying this purely for the fun and mechanics of the game, or if the story is actually going to entice me and keep me enthralled the entire time. Obviously had to talk about the mechanics of the game, because you can never get lost in this game. You can't, because if you punch your way through a mountain and you get lost, just go up. Just go up, or go down, or go left, or go right. There is no way you can get lost in this game. And I think that is one of the key mechanics in this game that is great, because the amount of times where I'm like, okay, one more banana, and then I'll turn it off. And then I grab the banana, I clap my hands to do the sonar thing. I see pings, I go, well, I obviously gotta go get them. And I'm like, should I go up? Should I go down? Should I go through? Should I go left, right? I'm just gonna punch my way through. The mechanics of breaking anything in this game, the absolute controlled chaos in this game, is one of my favorite things, and it's so addicting. And I don't know if there's a right term for it, but it's just so much freaking fun. Now, obviously, this game isn't perfect, but according to IGN, it is. Yes, the game is not perfect. When you're in an enclosed space, the camera can get a bit janky. So that's a con that I have. It's not a super big thing, but it does get annoying at times. I just kind of wish the camera was fixed on him, but having the free movement camera is a good thing, but it's also hindering in some spots. When you're in an area and you're breaking a whole bunch of things, there are some frame dips, not much to make me go, this game sucks, but it is noticeable. And at the same time, I'm like, I get it, I'm breaking an entire mountain. There's coins flying, there's enemies flying. I get that maybe the frames might dip a bit, so I'm not gonna be too harsh on that. If you think so, fair enough, but in my opinion, it's not enough for me. It's not enough to kill the vibe, is kind of what I'm saying. The last kind of con about the game is I find it's pretty easy, which isn't a horrible thing. I do wish it was a little harder as I progress. Maybe I just haven't gotten there, but it is pretty easy in a sense. So there's not a whole lot of, I have to make sure I'm leveled up 100% before going into this boss fight. It's basically crack my knuckles, bang my chest, and just charge in and just punch everything. My overall thoughts at the end is, like I said, this game is so much fun, and I did not expect to have this much fun with the game. Co-op I played with my son is such a blast, no pun intended. If you know, but yeah, co-op is a lot of fun. You either get The Rock or Pauline to just shoot words, and it breaks everything. It's chaos, it's a mess, it's a lot of fun. If you can, I recommend you try co-op yourself. Trust me, you won't regret it. At the end of the day, do I think this game is game of the year? I'll be honest, not too sure. Haven't completed the game yet. And there's also other games coming out in the year that I am looking forward to. Now, is it Game of the Year contender? I absolutely think it is Game of the Year contender. It could win something, I just don't know. But we will definitely see when the time comes if this game is Game of the Year. Like I said, should it be in the contender of Game of the Year? 100%. It's a great game. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend that you do. But that is pretty much my first impressions. Nothing too crazy at the moment. Thank you all for watching the video. If you've made it here, feel free to leave any comments, pros, cons, questions. I will try and get to them as I can, but I appreciate you and your time. Thank you for watching again, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care.